consistent. Made up my mind that no matter what, I gotta win. That's why it's always me and never them. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
Eat up. That boy's in this motherfucker wait like, nigga, so when you come back, I'm on your ass.
Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. DJ Dallas to return it from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. A big play there on the first play of the game. 45 yards. That's some early fireworks on the first play from scrimmage.
The last fireworks I saw, July 4th, okay? Here they are celebrating the start of this game the exact same way. Explosive right out of the gate.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Geno down to throw. And this one is incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Again, it's Penny. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. This will be caught inside the 10. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll try and run forward with Penny. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Another try for Penny. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. So a decision to be made. Is this something, opening drive maybe they discussed before the game?
They had to, and that's the responsible way of getting ready for a game. You go through situations with your staff, you go through scenarios, and you read your team. If we're in this spot and we're moving the ball well, Is this a time to go for it, or is it a time to be a little bit cautious? I think in this case, he feels good about his team. He should go for it.
Here we go on fourth. Smith. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown.
Catch, go get it.
The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Seahawks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Many would call that a gutsy decision here early on to go for it, 4th and goal. There was no hesitation.
All right, nobody go for the ball but me.
It was a message, and the message was, I trust you on offense. Go out and make this happen. Go ahead and pick it up. You know what else he said? I trust my defense as well. If they don't get it, I know you're going to hold them. So it's a message to your entire team that you believe in them.
Myers connects on the PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
What? Touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Kall now on first down. Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
Carr's throw complete here to Waller. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. To throw is Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Carr now on first down. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Mac Hollins, 30 yards. And the Raiders are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. At home, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Carlson now to kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands. Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
Here's Renfro to return. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want a carbon copy of what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple, because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get in there.
We'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. 2 minutes gone by the second quarter. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. On 4th down, they're going to try the jet sweep. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Now they'll throw with Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfro. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. Jacobs going to try the middle. He'll take it inside the 25.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
A second down run for Abdullah. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Give them 12 yards that time and a Las Vegas first. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Brandon, we spent time with this team before the game, and there was never any indication that they did not like their kicker.
Well, it shows right now that they didn't like their kicker. Why didn't they just put it through the goalpost and take the lead?
That is going to be the question that has to be answered. I don't know about you, but I'm skipping my flight. I'm going to the post-game press conference to find out what they were thinking.
Instead of playing conservative, they go through the air and what a stunning turn of events. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now Carr to try again after the pick six. Open man, that's Renfro. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because the incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. They got now 2 interceptions thrown in the 2nd quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one, and they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the 1st interception, tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a 2nd one.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Geno. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Off of play action. Here's Smith. Steps away to his left. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
He sets to fire deep. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that, but that would have been a big play. But he could not pull it in. welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Tariq Woolen picks it. But that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Smith. And he hits his target, Lockett. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That's good for 28 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Here's Walker. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. He'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead here to 17-6. Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even... And Abdullah lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines? You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Penny up the middle, and the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Goodwin. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside handoff, Penny. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. Back to throw, Smith. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Throwing now is Geno. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Now Myers for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Kall trying again on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. He'll hit his running back, Amir Abdullah. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
They told me the times in this season.
That time. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. To throw, it's Kall. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Josh Jones. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Smith. Escaping the pressure right. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football, and this is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. 10 yards on the touchdown pass, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And they open the lead up now to 25. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Play action. Now it's Carr. And my goodness, another interception. Tariq Woolen picks it. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day three corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's...
Get there yourself. I'm getting there every time. Catching it, motherfucker.
In this one, it's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on
offense.
That gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit, but as far as the actual...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Andrew Billings able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time...
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Catch is made by Metcalf. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Tell you what, this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. The extra point now coming from Myers. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Kall taken down. Quentin Jefferson just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. So now Kall and the Raiders down to 3rd and long after that sack. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now Carr, gotta have this one. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Quadre Diggs. And the return this time will go out.